WNCT is looking into a lawsuit filed by the mother of an ECU student. Victoria Carter was killed in a car crash 5 years ago today. This case involves allegations of hazing, cover-ups, and how a mother simply wants answers to change the culture of hazing. November 20th, 2010 is a day Bernadette Carter will never forget.
I think about her every day, but just it's more intense. That's the only way I can explain it. It's more of an intense feeling around this time of the year, and the leaves start to change, and I think about the last time I saw her.
On that day, her oldest daughter, 20-year-old Victoria, was killed in a car accident.
All I could do was scream, "Not my child. Don't let it be Victoria."
Investigators say then ECU student Camille Arrington was driving. The car left the road and struck a tree. Victoria and another backseat passenger, Brianna Gaither, were killed. Another passenger, Taylor King, and Camille survived. All four women attended ECU and were pledges of Delta Sigma Theta sorority.
Like around holidays, Camille would call. And our conversations were always brief. And they would always end with, "Please tell me what happened. I just want to know what happened to my child." And her response would always be that she didn't remember. I said, "Well, you might not remember that day, but do you remember the day before?"
The accident happened along Greenville Boulevard. The young women were headed to the salon to get ready for initiation later that day. Sorority leaders appointed Arrington as the designated driver. Greenville police started their investigation after claims that hazing played a role in the accident. But that investigation came up short with nothing to support the claims. Bernadette Carter still wanted answers.
Who do you blame?
I blame the sorority.
2 years after that accident, Carter filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit against the national chapter, its Kappa Sigma chapter at ECU, and more than 25 other people associated with the sorority, including Arrington. We sat down with Carter and her attorney, John McCabe, on October 20th to discuss the case.
The people who made those threats and the people who are actually doing the hazing, they haven't faced any consequences as a result of this. Our lawsuit is an effort to bring them some consequences and to bring about some change.
The lawsuit alleges for weeks the pledges took part in late-night meetings known as sets that started around midnight and lasted until 5:30 in the morning. Those sets were attended by one of the regional directors and several other Delta advisors. It further claims the pledges were hazed during these sets by their big sisters, forced to eat raw onions or Delta apples, drink buttermilk, and wear hot sauce smeared on their lips. They called it Delta lipstick. All things that, according to Delta's anti-hazing policy, are prohibited.
I want some type of legislative policy put into place to make people accountable for things such as this, so that not another parent has to go through what I've been through.
Carter also claims in court documents the sorority later tried to cover up the hazing by deleting emails, text message records, and other documents, and they threatened pledges. In the end, according to the lawsuit, Arrington only slept for 6 to 7 hours during Hell Week, the last week of pledging, and that's why she fell asleep behind the wheel.
Camille Arrington's not a criminal. She was as much of a victim of this as anybody else. She was placed in that position by the people who were in charge at this sorority. They're the ones who deprived her of sleep, and they're the ones who told her to get behind the wheel and drive the car.
Now, for her role, Camille Arrington pleaded guilty to 2 counts of misdemeanor death by motor vehicle and served 1 year of probation and did 100 hours of community service. The Kappa Sigma chapter was suspended from ECU's campus until 2025. A trial date has not yet been set for that lawsuit. Now, you can read the full lawsuit. It's posted on our website, WNCT.com. We'll continue to update this case as it happens.